Good evening and welcome to the Instant Rewards Back Office Live Training Webinar every Wednesday and Saturday evening right here on this channel, same channel, recurring every week, twice a week, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern, 7 Central, 6 Mountain, and 5 Pacific. If we have anybody out there on the Pacific Coast, why don't you say hi in the chat window. Probably just about time to go to supper, Mary Sue, isn't it? Glad to have you all here. We've got Jerome Graham and Joanne Cloutier. Glad to see you back, Mary Sue. Robin Robichaud, Terry Baxley. I've got some more people that'll be here in a little bit, but we're going to go ahead and start. My name is Ernest O'Dell. You'll find me all over the internet and all over the YouTube. There are two channels that I'm working with. I'm going to put my new channel here in the chat box so you guys can bookmark this. Okay, this is I don't have any videos on it, but go ahead and bookmark it anyway, and you can go ahead and subscribe to it. So when I upload tonight's webinar to this new channel, you'll get an email notification that the replay is ready. The other channel I've got over here, I'll also give you that link. This has about 160, 170 webinars, replays, tutorials. We will we will still use this, okay? It's just right now it seems like I can't get anything longer than 15 minutes uploaded to this channel for some odd reason. And trying to get an answer out of YouTube, Google, is like trying to pull teeth out of a Missouri mule. So this here, okay, I will also give you the link here in the chat window. Bookmark both of those. Put them up in your browser. That way you'll have them up in your bookmarks, okay? And you can always go back here and watch tutorials and training and catch anything that you may have missed. You're not going to get everything all in one sitting. This goes back about 2 years, okay? Tonight, on this webinar, I will get it rendered after the webinar presentation, and we will put the new content up here. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I've already got this verified, because they're kind of like Craigslist. You have to verify your channels with a phone number. And right now I don't have any public videos on this channel. So if I go into my Creator Studio and look at my settings, don't have any videos yet. Let's look at the channel. Okay, what I'll have to do is I'll have to enable this tonight. I'll have to use my cell phone, and so it'll be later on tonight. I'll get it verified. I can't do it on either one of these two phones here that I have in my office because you can only verify 2 YouTube channels per phone It's kind of like doing a phone verification, a PVA over on Craigslist. Here you can use one phone number for 2 channels, and as you see on some of these channels I got, on just one login, I'll have, Lord knows 6, 8 channels on some of these things. And I've got about 8 different emails. And what you can do is probably go out and buy one of these little Cricket prepaid phones from Walmart or your local grocery store and use it as a PVA, and then use the time up on it and then throw it in the top chest drawers of your dresser and be done with it, or save it for later and buy time on it as you need it. In our training, I'm going to get into a little bit of a special edition for some of our new recruits and prospects interested in becoming agents and how to get started. I'm going to describe some of the things that I've been doing to get, 10, 15, 20, sometimes 30 closures a day. The blueprint that I give out to my downline when they complete the 20 starter and the 80, when they do the starter 80 combo, they get a free copy of the blueprint. Now, if you don't have a copy of the Quick Start Guide, I can send that to you. It's a little bit different than the blueprint. But over here on the YouTube channel, there is a video, okay, on the blueprint. If you go to the first channel down here about 2 or 3 months ago, I think it was. Let me scroll down here. Oh, here it is. 5 months ago. Okay. This one right here, okay, I'm going to put it on hold, so I don't need it playing. It's only about 35 minutes long, okay? And I'll give you guys the link to it if you want to watch it later, okay? You will not be able to download the blueprint from the description here, okay? I've still got this link. It's not reachable, all right? Plus, I've redone the blueprint. It's now titled the Master Blueprint, okay? So you do, if you're in my downline, request it when you finish your starter and your 80. Those of you who are not in my downline, we're going to basically show you how to get this kind of traffic to do $1,000, $1,500 a day. Okay, so sit tight. This video right here was the first one I put up about 5 months ago, and I want to tell you guys, I haven't advertised in about 5 months. Since I ran my campaign with Jessica over here at Fiverr, SE Nuke, I haven't really had to do a whole lot of advertising. I've just been doing my videos, putting them up on YouTube, taking calls. I do a little bit of advertising and sharing on some of the groups, but not much, not like I used to. I quit advertising on Craigslist, okay? So I'm going to share this link with you and basically tell you what you need to do with Jessica. She's in New Delhi. She takes about 4 days to deliver her gigs, okay? A basic gig is only $5, all right? When you set up a gig with her, it's going to take about anywhere from 4 to 6 to maybe 8 weeks for you to start seeing results if you're tracking it. If you're not tracking your URL, your link with a special track code, you're really not going to know where your traffic's coming from, but she's going to plug you in with this software, with the SE Nuke XCR. And I know the people that wrote this software over on the Warrior Forum. It's not a cheap package. This is a very powerful software system, and I would rather farm it out than to buy it and try to learn it, because I just don't have time to go through the learning curve, okay? Rhonda, are you using coded URLs? Do you know where your traffic is coming from? That's a yes, no answer. Are you using a campaign? Okay. Are you getting leads at all? Are you getting any kind of traffic? You just don't know where it's coming from. Okay. So you're getting some traffic, but you don't know where it's coming from. One of the things you can do, Rhonda, is log back in, okay, to her page. All right, I'm going to give you guys a link. Log back in to SE Nuke, sign in, and send her an email. Okay, sign into your account, send her an email, and tell her, hey, I'm not getting any traffic off of your campaigns, okay? If you're not happy, she will bend over backwards and do backflips to make you happy, okay? This girl here, I'm telling you, I've sent her about 300 or 400 customers in just the past 5-6 months. She does good work. I'm getting good results. Even on a little basic campaign, I'm getting good results. You're going to have to put in a little bit of extra work if you upgrade on any of her upgrade packages, where she does the pyramid for extra link juice, or running the YouTube red light. If you put up a video like this, on your YouTube channel, and then you want to give her that link with the keywords, and that's the key. You've got to give her the proper keywords. 5 or 10 keywords, long tail, short tail, that's all she needs. Okay? Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to open up my keywords over here on Fiverr, and let's see, I think, yeah. All right. Here's some keywords. All right. What I need to do is separate this out. Now I'm going to paste these over here to the chat box so you guys can scrape them and put them in a file. All right. She'll work with these, okay? A little more than 10. She'll work with about 20, maybe 30 or 40. You don't want to get more than 50, okay? And these keywords right here are the ones that work really great for me, okay? They work extremely well, for my campaigns. And what you need to do, if you're going to track that, let's go back over here to the Instant Rewards back office. Get into your back office. go down here, click on the Set Up Your Marketing System, because you want to get to your control panel, okay? And right here, you're going to get campaigns, all right? This is where you're going to put in a custom campaign title. So let's say you start the campaign today. Today is October the 4th, right? October the 4th of 2014. So we'll just say something like SE Nuke -2014-10-04, and then click on Get Campaign URL. Now, this is going to put the campaign code, okay, on the end of your default string. All right. So you want to copy that string, and we'll put it up here. And this is how I'm going to send my campaign to her. All right. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's set up a campaign with her. All right. Let's order. Yes, this is how you track. And let me show you when I get this plugged in. I'm going to give it to her. Okay. Get logged in and pay her the $5. Pay now. If you got money sitting in your PayPal account, this is real fast. If not, click on the link to pay for it with your credit or debit card. Okay. Now we're going to log in to my Fiverr account, and I've already got my password cookied in. Now it's going to ask for the URL. She's going to need your URL, okay? And I'm going to paste that campaign link there, all right? And I'm going to come back over here, and I'm going to grab these keywords, all right? And then I'm going to come back here, and I'm going to say keywords. Paste those in and send it to her. Okay, that's it. That's all I got to do. Now, yes, the front part of that string, okay, this string right here is my ID 7655, and splash page 17 is that little work at home mommy. So let's go over to, all right, we'll go back to my account, and we're going to go to capture pages, and we're going to see this one here. All right, if you look down there on the lower left hand corner here, when I put my mouse up here, you're going to see down there on the lower left, splash17.php ID equals 7655. If I open this up in a new tab, you'll see, okay, this right here. And that's the first string, okay? So that's the first part of the string, all right? Now, let's see, notifications. Let me get back over here and make sure. All right, see, this is going to put, the name of the campaign will always be appended to your link, whatever your default is, okay? Can you run different campaigns? Yeah. You could probably come in here and manually grab that code, like copy link location, and you could do something like /5 and then take this and append it like that, and it will pick it up and read it as a separate campaign. But here, okay, you want to give it a little bit different twist, because it would give you the same results here as it would here. So what you got to do here is maybe give it a different name, campaign SE Nuke 2014 10.4. We'll call it /5. All right. And this, we could give her /17. All right. So you can make your own on the fly, and I know this is probably a little confusing, but don't try to take it too fast. But this is what you're going to have to do to track your leads. Now, after you get those leads, let's do a copy, and let's come over here and open up a new tab, and let's paste it in and go. All right. So now see, we got /17, and I didn't make that in the back office. So let's go and look at our stats. All right. And there, okay, is /17. Got one hit. That was the one I just did. All right. Now, let's take /17 off and copy this and go back, and I'm going to go ahead and log out of this. Don't like to run too many tabs. I'm going to close that. I'm going to close this, come back, open up a tab. Now let's put in a different tracking link. It still brings it to my default page, okay? I just didn't have /17 on the end of it, all right? Now we're going to look at refresh the page, and now we got just SE Nuke 2014 10.4. One hit, all right? Now let's go over here and do one for /5. All right, come over here and paste and go. Now, you notice that I'm doing a different page. I'm not doing /17, which takes it to the work at home mommy and the baby hanging on the mommy's back, and the money coming out of the computer. This is going over to a different lead capture form. It still drops it into the same autoresponder. It's just a different lead capture page, different video, okay? And this lets me know that the lead came in through /5. So if I come back over here and I hit refresh, reload, now see, I got /5. Isn't this neat? So you can do these on the fly. And if I wanted to do something like, okay, let's copy this and put this in and change this to 13. And we also have to come down here and change this to 13. All right. Because now we're going to send it over to a different splash page. We're going to go to send it over to Splash 13. And if I'm not mistaken, I think this is Larry Beecham. Yep. Yep. There he is. There's my guy. There's my man, Larry Beecham. Okay. That's Splash 13. So now we go back over here, reload, and you see it's in numerical order. And not really numerical order. There's the regular SE Nuke Splash. So if I wanted to send these over to her, I'd have to do one campaign each. Okay. Now, I'll probably do a tutorial on rotators. What you can do with rotators, okay, is you can put in several URLs into a rotator and put them up on a web page, but then you got to learn how to do a little programming, okay, so don't let that scare you off. Learning HTML and learning a little programming is not that hard to do. If an old geezer like me can do it, you can do it. I hope. Let's save all this crap, okay? So this is how you would track. Now, these numbers here, okay, the unique hit is when somebody new shows up. If you have, let's say for today, I had 906 unique hits today. That's today. How many of you guys are getting 900 hits a day? Anybody? You want to know how to do? Anybody? James? James, talk to me. Mary Sue? Anybody? You know. All right. You want to know how to do this. I'm showing you. All right. Part of it is getting, your campaigns plugged in with the Fiverr gigs over at the SE Nuke. All right. I already gave you guys that link. Now I'm going to show you something else. Now this is my honey. Okay. This is my sweet girl. I'm going to show you something else. I'm going to show you one of my new girls. Okay. I'm such a lush. I know. Linda over at Fiverr, she's here in Texas. And you listen to her on her audio, you can tell she's just a really super chipper person, okay? Now, I'm going to give you the link to her site. Let me show you what she can do, all right? I have come in. She's got 5 gigs on her site, Linda89, after the fiverr.com/Linda89. She's got 5 gigs. She'll do unlimited real traffic to your website for 50 days. All she needs, if you click on that and look at her synopsis, you can watch her video. You can play that video. She got nice video. She will, within 6 hours, she usually delivers within a day. Okay, 1 day delivery. She delivers fast. She gets busy because I send her a lot of business. She might have to take 2 days on average. But, you get real traffic with her, no bots, no fake traffic. This is real eyeballs. Okay. She accepts no traffic from China because, look, let's face it, nobody from China can do this stuff, all right? So I tell her, Send me, U.S. traffic. That's all I want. And that's just one of her gigs, all right? You will provide her with your ad, keep it short so that, you want to keep it down to about 140 characters, including the URL, because some of these gigs she can plug them into Twitter. She can put them into social media like Facebook right here. Now, she's not going to plug you in to 2,149,600 Facebook groups or 164,000 Twitter fans. Because if she did that, she would get slapped like I got slapped. I put in, I belong to almost 3,000 Facebook groups, and I posted with an auto poster on Facebook. Took me about 2 or 3 days to make that run. Well, lo and behold, it slapped me in Facebook jail for 2 weeks. I couldn't post anything. I could post on my wall, but I couldn't even post on my fan pages, the fan pages that I owned, and I couldn't post in the groups that I owned and co-admined. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't even reply. Okay, that's how crazy Facebook is. Okay, so what she does is she belongs to these, she's got these fans on her fan page, and she belongs to a lot of groups too. She'll promote them. She's got over 2 million fans. And what she does is she puts this into her page and on her fan pages and groups. She does about 30, maybe 35 groups, okay, at a time for $5. Over here, she'll put in AdSense traffic for $5. Over here, some more social media. And then down here on this gig, she will manually put in do follow and no follow, quality SEO links, high PR. She's been doing this for about 5 years. And guys, if you go to an SEO expert like Vitali, my buddy over in Boston, they're going to charge you $100 to do a campaign like this. She's doing probably about 20 or 30 campaigns a day, but she does them for $5 a piece. Okay, so it cost me all of $25 today to run one campaign. Some of them you want to give her a short ad with the link to your website. You always give her a URL. On some of these, like the SEO and AdSense, you just give her the URL and some keywords. You'll have to, keep your keywords tight. She only needs about 5 or 10. So the keywords I sent you in the chat box, you can probably use those. If she doesn't use them all, that's all right, as long as she uses, 5 or 10 of them. All right. That's all you really need. These keywords that I just sent you guys earlier, all right, I'm going to copy them again in case you showed up late and you don't have them. I'm going to paste them. There they are. All right. Now, right there just above Terry Serrano, her post. Hi, Terry. Good to have you. So there they are. Now, when you get over to Linda, and like I say, I don't make anything off of this. just tell her Ernest sent you. You know, she knows who I am. Um, just go over there and, you know, it's the cheapest advertising. This is how I'm getting 900. Of course, I didn't know where all they come from because I wasn't running campaign links. All right. These are just for today. This is just today. All right. Now, out of the 906, I got 931 total. That means that about 25 of them came back and looked at it the second time. But here's the problem. Did any of them opt in? No. Okay. Why? Well, there's several reasons for that. Most lead capture pages for this industry, as well as they convert, and I think the best one that really converts, and that's why I choose the work at home mommy. That's why. Let's go back over here. I'm going to open this up in a new tab. All right, this one right here. It's probably that, and the Larry Beecham is probably one or two of the better converting lead capture pages. But still, you know, you're going to have days like this where, okay, today's a Saturday. Saturdays usually suck. All right. As most lead capture pages for this industry, you know, if you don't have a real strong copy in there, the lead capture pages just don't convert that well. This is why I only run one or two real tight pages, unless I design my own page. And when I design my own page, I use covert language. All right. You ever heard of conversational hypnosis? Have you ever heard of hypnotic writing? Joe Vitale, okay, is an author. He wrote a book called Hypnotic Writing. And it's an ad copy book teaching you how to write ad copy, okay? If you go to Hypnotic Writing by, close this, by Joe Vitale, this book right here, you can get it at Amazon, Barnes & Noble, textbooks.com. How to seduce and persuade customers with only your written words. You can download, I think, on some of these sites. I've got autographed copies of this. Joe's a personal friend of mine. He's an author. When it comes to writing ad copy and marketing books, top of the line. When you get off into his self-help and his new age stuff, it's a little out there, you know, in the left quadrant, you know, in the forbidden zone of the universe. But, you know, God love him, you know, to each his own. But I'm telling you, this right here, if you wanted to, you know, get a good price on it, you can get it at Amazon, Barnes and Noble. I think back when I first bought this, it's about 10 years old. I paid, oh gosh, $27 for the hard copy, and I think $14.95 for the paperback. And I had Joe autograph both of them. Get this book if you want to learn how to write hypnotic writing, okay? This is why when I design my own websites, my own lead capture pages, I hook it in, of course, with, you know, the HTML code. I'll come over here and I'll grab, you know, the control panel, and a lot of times I'll just, I'll have to make sure that, the redirect URL goes over to the proper location. You could basically just grab this right here and paste it in, but it doesn't have a redirect, all right? And you've got to remember, you're going to look at, see, here's redirect, but it doesn't have any value in there, all right? So when you redirect them after they fill in that lead capture form, you've got to send them over to the second part of your video. So let's say, okay, let me open up my control panel here and get to my autoresponder. And I'm just going to go down here and open this up in a new window. Okay. Put that on hold. I'm going to grab this code right here because I want them to come here after they submit their information. I want them to watch this video. I'm going to copy that because when they get through watching this video, they're going to pick up the phone and call me, all right? And then once they have me on the phone, they can click here to continue with the registration. And when they fill out that registration form, then it's going to log them into the back office where they can start doing their offers, okay? So let's go in here and put the redirect in here. So after they fill out that information, and you want to put a campaign on it, you can put a campaign on it, okay? You can put an optional campaign in there. This right here, okay, you see now, all right, the redirect value, it's going over to my second orientation video. Orientation and my user ID, all right? So this right here would be the code that I would go and punch in to a custom website. We're not going to get into a lot of this advanced stuff tonight, okay? I do this in the Institute and over at the Academy, but this is how I'm doing it. I've got more than one site. I'm promoting more than one site. All of these lead capture pages here, there's about 3 or 4 of them that don't work very well. They need to be fixed, but that's okay. It's like this one here, okay? I don't use this one, okay? This one here, I think the same thing. 9, 10, 11, 12 and 13. No, not 13, but 12 and 14. I think there's, I don't know, 2 or 3, maybe 4 that need to have technical support come in and tweak them a little bit. But the ones that do work, okay, what I'll do is I'll copy the link, and put it into a custom URL for tracking purposes. So if I confused you about doing campaigns, don't let it get, too confusing. This is where you would check your page stats, your campaign stats. Okay, it's right here. If I had somebody opt in, it would show the number of opt-ins, okay? Now, if I look at the past 30 days, here's 4269, okay, unique hits, 4813 total, all right? So if I was to take the difference, all right, 4813 minus 4269. That means 544 of them came back to look at that site again. But I don't know where the traffic came from. Out of that, I got 16 opt-ins. So how do you figure the percentage, 0.4? What you do is you take the smaller number, 16, divided by the larger number of 4269, okay? Or did I do that right? 16 divided by 4813. All right. 16 divided by 4813. Yeah, so it's 003. It's almost 0.4%. Actually, I think it's the bigger number, 4269. You divide the smaller number by the bigger number, 16 divided by 4269, and that would give you, yeah, the 4/10 would be 0037, so it's rounding it up to a 0.4. All right, so that's 0.4%. And that's how you would figure your opt-in ratio. All right. But what you got to do is remember, this business is a people business. It's not autopilot. So when you get these people on the phone after you've placed your orders with people like Jessica and Linda, you're going to start getting views. You're going to start getting traffic today. You know, the best thing to do if you're advertising on Facebook, instead of putting the link in there where people, they go over and you see this, well, they're all bouncing. They're not filling out the form. They're not opting in. Okay. So that tells you something, that you've got to go back and tweak your ad. Yeah, you can get a lot of traffic, but you got to tweak your ad. So what would you do? Okay, let's go over here and open up one of the ads that I'm running. All right, go down here to Instant Rewards, Facebook group ads. Let me open up this, okay? Format, okay. Let's do some reword, okay? You might say something like, I can't believe I'm sharing this. It's almost like I'm handing you money out of my pocket. This is totally free to join. I will never ask you for 1 penny of your money. It's not get rich quick, but it will help you pay some bills. $100 to $300 a day, or you can change that to $300 to $500 a day, or whatever sounds realistic. Okay. For me, you know, I have a combination of several companies that pay in on a daily basis. It's not that hard to make $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 a day. If you want to get out of being broke, then get out of your broke mindset. And here, let's just copy this. And paste and say, if you want to get out of being broke, then call me right now at 806-319-5855. Now, what you can do is plug this ad in with Linda. All right. Let's give her an ad. Okay. We've already done one with Jessica. So let's do another one. Okay. We're not going to give her a URL. We're just going to say, hey, pick up the phone and call me. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and we're almost at the top of the hour. We got about 10 minutes. Oh, see, this is not working. All right. We're going to pay with PayPal. If you don't have a PayPal account, you can always, go back and use your credit card or your debit card. Process the order. Then it's going to ask me to log in. All right. And this is it. I could put in my URL. Let's go to, let's do this. Let's go to campaigns. And we're going to say, call me. Let's just say, call me now. All right. Get the campaign URL. We're going to plug this in, copy that, and we'll go ahead and give her a URL. All right. So the ad is a little bit long. Now, I'm going to send this to her. I've already paid for it. The message should be less than 140 characters, but I really want them to call me. I don't really want them to come over here. Okay. I want them to pick up the phone and call me, because when they call me, I can plug in their information into my lead capture page. All right. Now let's go ahead and log out. And let's go back to my account. Let's take this and look at this and refresh. Did I get... Okay. Let's test this. Okay, now let's refresh. I thought I hit it once on that link. Okay. Let's do this. There it is. I had to do a search. One unique because it read my IP, and two total. That, it recorded both hits. Okay. The first one I clicked on, in the Fiverr gig, and it went over, and then I came out and pasted it in. All right. So if I put, the same link in there again, it's just going to come back, and I'm going to refresh, and I'm going to see where now it recorded 3 hits from the same IP. So it's reading my IP off the computer. Okay. This is why you see the total hits will be bigger than the unique, because it'll show you that, some of the people came back. So all you got to do is subtract the difference and say, well, 500 some odd, came back, and revisited the site, took a second look at it. So, that shows some interest. But here's what I do before I close. We got about 4 minutes. I usually work with a non-video page. Let me get over here to my Instant Rewards right here. Here's what I do, okay? Now, remember the stats here? I had 900 uniques. If I'm running this ad, okay, up here that says, call me right now, the one I just gave to Linda, my phone's going to start ringing off the wall. All right. Now I can pick up this phone and answer the call and take the call. This is going to my voicemail. If I'm on the phone, I won't be able to get the call, but it'll go to voicemail, and I can always call them back. I've done this before, and I've had 60, 100 calls that came in out of maybe 900 views. I've gotten a good percentage, so you're going to get swamped with a bunch of calls. And I use the Google Voice number, or I use one of these toll-free service numbers. I might use an 800 number. Okay, I've got an 800 service, and they call in. If they get, they don't get a busy signal, if they don't get through to me, then it just goes over to a voicemail, and it just tells them, look, I'm on the phone right now. Talk to somebody else. Leave me your name and number, and I'll call you right back. Bam, that's it. Okay, and they will. Most times, they will leave you a name and a number. Here's the neat thing about the systems that I'm using, even including Google Voice. If they hang up, it captures their number anyway. All right. Let me show you. All right. Let me open up my email and go down here to Google Voice missed call. It captures their number. If they hang up, it still captures their number. Let's see, I don't need Google Alerts. Google Voice, okay, if they leave a voicemail and you got your Google Voice set up, it'll play the message. It'll show their number, and then you can click on that and play the message. It'll bring it up in the browser, and it'll play it back for you as a WAV file. If they hang up, then all you got to do, it's going to capture their number anyway, so you can call these people back, all right? So when you start running these campaigns, all right, just keep in mind that you want to catch as many calls as you can. Plug their name, first name, last name, email address, and phone number. Tell them, tell them I need your first name, your last name. I need a working email address, and I need your phone number. You want to get up and running on the fast track today, you got to get started right, okay? Ask them about their dreams and aspirations. What keeps them awake at night, all right? The worry about the bills. I'm not here to sell you anything. Tell them, look, I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm here to help you make some money because you're staying up late at night. You're worried about paying the bills and how to buy diapers, and feed the babies. Okay? I'm here to help you make some extra money. Get their first name, their last name, a working email address, phone number, and then sign them up. And when it bridges over to the video, close that page and bring it back up for the next call. Or you can, open it up in a new tab, come back, and get it open up about 4 or 5 tabs, all right? And then as each call comes in and you keep putting the information in, it bridges over. All you got to do is just come up here and close that tab, and you're ready for the next call. I'll open them up at about 5 at a time, because if you open up more than like 5 or 10 at a time, it starts really dragging down on your bandwidth. If your computer is not up to date with about 16 to 32 gigs or 64 gigs of RAM, if you're running on an old computer, on an old XP or a Windows 7 or Vista, and you've only got like 1 gig of RAM, you're going to see the speed of your browser degrade. It's going to slow down. Okay. So don't open up more than, 4 or 5 tabs with the same lead capture page. All right. And then as you take their call, punch their information in, and it puts that information over into your lead group, then you'll see it go over and bridge over to the orientation video. You can click that and shut it down. And then tell your prospect on the phone, listen to these words very closely, guys. Are you sitting at your computer? Okay, if they're not, they can check it when they get home. Sometimes you might want to ask them if they're sitting at their computer before you and punch in this information. Okay? But ask them, are you sitting at your computer? Great. Check your email. If they're not sitting at their computer, check your email when you get home. If you don't find it in your inbox, check your junk folder, your spam folder, and make sure you whitelist it as not spam. Follow the directions in the email and get started so you can get ramped up and start making money, so you don't stay up at night worrying about how to pay the light bill. Let's get to work. If they complain, if they start bitching about, I'm not going to pay to work, it's going to cost me $1 or $20 or even $50. I said, how much money do you spend on gas? Jerome, you and I had this conversation, didn't we? I say, Jerome's one of my guys, and, I'm going to tell him, this is how you talk to your prospects. Okay. Ask them, how much money you spend on gas going back and forth to work? If you got a second job, how much more money are you going to spend on gas going back and forth to a second job? Okay. James Garvan, we all know what it cost, okay, to buy gas. Cost me $40 every time I turn around, and that's a half a tank of gas. I just went over to the store today and filled up a half a tank of gas. Cost me $40, $40.55. Okay. look at this, doing an offer as an investment and you're green for life. Tell them, if you don't see the power of investment, of doing an offer and getting green in the network, so you can make that money over and over and over, then you don't understand the concept of investment. Yeah, most investments carry risk, but with this, you don't have any risk. You try the offer, you don't like it, at the end of the trial offer period, cancel it. But if you like it, stick with it, keep it. That's the whole point, okay? I got a lot of these products over on the Instant Rewards offer sites, but it starts right here at the ad level, okay? It starts right here with your ad and where you place it. You can't place this link, Instant Rewards Network, on Facebook. You cannot place links with on Craigslist. Craigslist will slap them and flag them, okay? But if you word your ads right on Craigslist, you have to word your ads kind of like a job ad over there, You don't want to get into hypey stuff, you don't want to get into deceptive ads anywhere, okay? I've got a place in my ad repertoire. Let's see, classified directory. Classified ad sites .directory. Now here it is. Ad plotter and Noah's classifieds are two. Ad plotter, you can place one ad with ad plotter for free, renew it every 30 days, and they will blast it out to 50 classified ad sites. No charge. You want to upgrade, you can upgrade. Noah's classifieds, okay. This is Noah's classifieds. This is a site that I host over at makemoneywithernest.com. I'll give you the main link over here for the directory, okay, in your chat box, okay. This right here has about 250 ad sites and ad resources, okay. Just go through them. Some of them, if they're bolded, that means you can upgrade to a featured ad. You can pay for an upgrade on a featured ad, but most of them are free. MLM Recruit on Demand is a great little tool that I use. I use it to call leads, and I bought the little basic $15 package. Some of the best traffic I ever got was cheap traffic. 7 search. I think it cost me $50 to run a pay-per-click. And then with Jessica and Linda over at Fiverr, cost me $5 per gig. I spent $50 with Linda today on 2 ads. Jessica, I probably hit her about 2 or 3 times a week. Okay. Free traffic exchanges depends on the exchange. It depends on the company. Let me give you an example. Okay. Scroll down here. Blast for Traffic is one of those exchanges. It does good. I get, pretty good leads, and it's free. You can click on that, and sign up, and you can put a bunch of free ads in there. Me, I'm lazy. I don't sit there and click for credits on some of these traffic exchanges because you got to click for credits. If they have an option where I can pay for credits like Traffic Swarm, I'm going to pay. Traffic Ad Bar. All right. When you get over here to the classified ad sites directory, Traffic Ad Bar is one of these places where you can put in up to 5 URLs in the ads, and just let it run. I get an email from Traffic Ad Bar every day. Let me get up here. Here it is. Traffic Ad Bar sends me an email every day. Okay. And here back on 9/26, I was like in the top 500, because I do a lot of these. What I do when I get these emails, first thing I do is I come over here and I click that link. There's only 15 links. It takes me all of about 15 minutes. All right. I log in, watch the countdown. Don't go too fast. Takes 10 seconds. Now shut him up. Okay. Now I'm going to go down here, click on the second link, and it's going to bring it up. And I want to close that because I hate these autoplay audios and videos. I don't run a whole lot of them. I do a few. Okay. So I just earned 8 more points there. All right. Now I'll come back over here and hit number 2. And close that one. And this is counting down. And sometimes it'll come up with a message like you've already clicked on this link. Okay, so if you do, fine. And that's all I do. Now, it took 10 seconds, all right, to count down on each site, about 10 seconds. And it takes, 5 minutes, for me to go through all 15 of these links. When you get over here, and I'm gonna shut this down for right now because I'm gonna mark that as unread. Close that. Come over here. Go to the members area. And what you can do is you can add a website. You can run up to 5 free. If you have a pro account, I think they allow you more. I don't know how many. But you see my chart here. It's, it's like right here back about September the 13th, it went for a nosedive for 3 days. And then it came back up, and then it shot up here, and then it came down a little bit, and came back up, and now it's almost 45,000 total points. Now, that's not views, that's just total points that I've gotten, all right? So if I look at this, that puts me, not in the top 10, but like that email said, I'm in the top 500. Okay. So I get a lot of traffic this way. A lot of people see my ad. They see my instant rewards My classified ad sites, I got different ads running over here. I don't always run the same ad. I change them up. I come back, and if I'm not getting enough traffic off of something, then I'll do another one, okay? And that's why, I program some of my own sites and plug these sites in. So use the classified ad sites .directory as one of your bookmarks, and you're not going to get through them all in one day, okay? Now, the pinging services, we'll get into that on another session, but when you start getting calls, when you start putting an ad out like this, okay, and you give them a phone number, they're going to pick it up and call you, all right? As soon as Linda plugs this ad in, okay, I'm telling you, I have had people call me on Sunday. Tomorrow's Sunday. I have had people call me on the weekends. I've had them call me because it's saying, call me right now. If they're reading it, you know what? They're going to call me at 11 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the morning. They'll call me at 11 o'clock at night. I get it all the time, okay? And, I may be sleeping and I'll have the ringer turned off, but I'll call them back in the morning. I have had at times 68, 75, 100, sometimes 200 or 300 calls. And I can just, automatically call them back because all I got to do is just click on that link or just dial it in. So, use that site to advertise and learn how to set up your campaigns so that you can track your stats. And next week, Wednesday, I'm going to show you a few more tricks and tweaks, okay? Here we've gotten some more uniques and totals in, all right? No opt-ins. And this is why a lot of times you've got to take the call. You've got to give these people a call to action. Pick up the phone and call me. Because a lot of times they'll come to these pages and they'll bounce off. They just won't do it. You'll get a few. You'll get a few in there. I do. You'll get some that actually will sign up. But, today's Saturday. Okay, I've had kind of a, strange day. But just, in the time we first started showing this, I had 906 unknowns today on uniques, and now we've got 952. All right? So we've had, 48? 48 more unique views running from the ads, probably on Facebook. So, and keep your notes. Put them in a notepad and save them. All right, Mary Sue. Rhonda, I use Linda and Jessica over at Fiverr for a combination of those two ads. Plus, I use that classified ad directory, okay, and all the resources there. And I do place, a few targeted ads, but not a whole lot. I used to spend a lot of time, and you got to pay your dues. You don't climb the ladder of success with your hands in your pockets, okay? Everybody starts climbing a ladder at the bottom rung. You don't start at the top. You don't start in the middle. I started posting ads on every ad site that I could just to start getting traffic, and I did it every day. You don't just post one ad or post 50 ads and sit back and wait for the spiders to come in. It doesn't work that way. You know how to get a bad case of cockroaches in your kitchen? Leave food and water out for them every day, okay? If you leave food and water out one day and you clean it up the next morning, you keep it clean, you're not going to have a cockroach problem. Now, I'm going to tell you, you don't want a cockroach problem, but when it comes to search engines, and the internet. The search engine cockroaches, we call them bots, robots, and spiders. That's a good thing, okay? You want search engine cockroaches, all right? And the way to do that is by placing ads. Give these search engine spiders a lot of content, and you can do that by placing ads. This is why I like AdPlotter so much over on the directory, because they plug you into 50 sites. Every month for free, you can place up to 2 ads without upgrading. If you don't want to, if you want to upgrade, that's up to you. But a lot of it is how you write your ad, okay? And you can you can post ads on Facebook. I can't do this, but here's one more thing I'm going to do. All right, copy this. I'm going about 25 minutes over. Let me do this. I'm going to go over to IBO. Are any of you guys familiar with IBO? IBO Toolbox? Have y'all ever worked with IBO Toolbox? Great little tool. Free. Let me log in down here. Go to my dashboard. Because, see, if you have IBO, you come over here and go to IBO URL links. Right? Let me close this ad. All right, IBO URL links. Go to links. And we're going to create a new IBO URL. Click on that. I'm going to go ahead and punch in my link, okay? And I'm going to call it friendly name. I'm going to say Facebook, call me now. Page title, all right. What is the page title? Instant Rewards is the page title. You want to learn how to get a page title? When you come over to the site, you're on the website, do a Control-U as in union, and it'll show you the source code, and there's your title, all right? So it's just Instant Rewards. Not a whole lot of content there, but there it is, okay? Now we'll close that, and we'll say the page title is, all right, Instant Rewards. Keywords, we want to go back and open up those keywords that we had earlier, all right? Did I have them in here? Or did I have them over in my Fiverr? Let's see. Go over here. All right. Thank you, James. I was looking for my keywords. All right. Let's scrape these keywords, okay, copy, all right, close that. Let's say new. All right, now I want to put them in a string, comma, space, comma, space, comma, space, comma, space, comma, space. And you might even put your own name in there, okay? Ernest O'Dell and Ernest O apostrophe D-E-L-L, all right? And then, so it doesn't put any line breaks in it, take your format word wrap off, copy the whole string, come back over here, paste in your keywords, all right? Turn off this menu bar. Show top menu bar. When they click on that link, it's going to show that. You don't want it, okay? Auto show, none, all right? And save it. Keywords too long, remove some, okay? Let's see if that goes. Still too long, okay? I hate to take out my instant rewards. All right, still too long. Still too long. We'll try this one more time. Still too long. Doesn't like that. All right. All right. I'll try one more time. We'll get it there. There. All right. Now we're going to find our Facebook Call Me Now, and we're going to give it a short URL instead of using this cryptic URL. We're going to click on this, and we're going to give it Call Me Now. And we're going to say save the alias. It's not a valid alias. Try again. All right. Maybe it doesn't like all those dashes. There. All right. Now, this is what we're going to say. Copy link location. And then, you know, we would come back here and put it in our ad over here. All right. Now I'm going to take the word wrap off because that right there. And we're going to log into Facebook real quick. And we're going to go to my timeline. Now, it will not let you post the InstantRewardsNetwork.com link on Facebook. Your alternate marketing links, it will allow them, okay? But we're just going to go ahead and use this right there on my timeline, okay? When they click on that, it's going to take them over to, it doesn't like the link. We believe the link you're trying to visit is malicious. Oh, Facebook, kiss my ass. Okay, I'm going to take that down. It doesn't like IBO shortened URLs. Yeah, Facebook is a bitch. Okay, I'll put that out on YouTube. I'll put that out on the internet. You know, let's go ahead and get off that because it's not reading it. So let's go back over here. Yeah, I usually don't bite my tongue when I've got a beef with Facebook gods. Okay, so it didn't allow the post. It took it off. It said it was no longer. I've got a way to beat this, okay? I'm just not going to take up much more time. We've already been on here for an hour and a half, an hour and 31 minutes. I don't want to take up any more of you guys' time because, you have stuck with me on this. And I really appreciate you guys hanging in there. Cindy, you're always good for a 2 or 3 marathon, 2 or 3 hours. James, Jerome, I think this is your second or third. James Garvin, McCoy, you've been on here for 2 or 3 times. I'll find some ways to beat this. I got all kinds of ways to beat Facebook. If they don't like IBO URL, Bitly, and all these others, they don't like these little link shorteners, because, they think it's malicious. IBO Toolbox is one of the most reputable websites I can think of. These people are great. I found these people about 2 years ago, and they're just awesome. Okay. I'm going to find some other resources. There's a way to to build some links. All right, like make money with Ernest.com, and let's say I go down to Instant Rewards. I got a folder on my own domain, and here's something that I can do. Okay, now this should come up to a WordPress template that I'm working on. I haven't got it finished. Okay, make money with Instant Rewards. It's basically a WordPress template, and I'm plugging in some of my workshops here, basically integrating it in a WordPress. Make money with Ernest. I think it's IRN. Yep. This is just a simple redirect over to my page. But you have to have a hosting account, and you have to know how to program redirects, okay? So, I don't get into that here because it just takes too much time, but I do get into it over at the Academy and over at the Institute. I teach programming over at the Institute and the Academy. So, for right now, I'm going to say, let's get on the call Wednesday. Get on the call with me Wednesday, and maybe I can do tutorials together and show you some of these little resources. Um, it's not beating the system. It's just, learning how to work around some of these people, because, it's like I can post make money with Ernest.com IRN. Okay. I can post that on Facebook and it works. When they click on it, it's going to take them over to my lead capture page. I'm not tracking it, but I can post it there. So there's ways to get around Mark Zuckerberg. All right. And company. You see from my screen here, I am a troublemaker. I've enjoyed having you guys. James, you guys give me a call. Give me a call on tomorrow afternoon if you got time. Jerome, give me a call if you need any help. Joanne, good to see you. McCoy, good to see you back, guy. Rhonda, good to see you here. Cindy, she is faithfully here every time. Yes. We will see you Wednesday. All right, guys, you have a good night.